Welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. It is a kind of dark, rainy day where I am. And how about you, Al? How's it doing over there?
Yeah, a little bit gloomy here as well. Kind of hot and humid still. It's still really summer, so
Yeah,
there's no escape.
it certainly is. Yeah. I'm here with Al in Japan, and thank you, Al, for joining me.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah.
And thank you for gifting. You gifted me this beer, so thank
I
you.
see. Okay. Okay. So Al and I do reviews periodically of beers that we happen to find, and today is such a day. And today we are going to review a beer from a brewery that Al and I know fairly well and have known for quite a long time, actually, and that is Minoh Beer. And the beer in
Mm.
question is, what is this one called, Al?
Well, this is Rockin Osaru IPA, and I assume that's rocking and rocking,
Yeah. Rockin
rocking.
Osaru. Okay.
And you can see the monkey with the lead guitar there is rocking out.
It's rocking out. Yeah. Well, we'll see how
Cool.
the beer is from that. First, a little bit about this brewery, Minoh Beer. Al and I have known them for quite a while. In fact, probably since they first started out. Um,
Mm.
they used to be known as AJI beer, uh, which was basically aji, meaning taste, and now they still their company is listed as AJI on the bottles, but they go by Minoh Beer, which is probably better. They're located, of
Yeah.
course, in Minoh City, which is north of Osaka, up close against the mountains, and just kind of where the concrete meets the trees in the city of Osaka. Founded in 1996 and brewing from 1997. And the founder was a man named Masaji Oshita. And he had quite an influence on the craft beer scene in Japan. In fact, he is known as the godfather here. And he had three daughters, and one day he decided he was working in the liquor business, and he decided that he was going to buy a space for a brewery, and that the three daughters would become brewers. And the daughters apparently they had no training whatsoever, but they jumped in and learned as they went. And two of them apparently are still brewers. One I think is working in the back office, perhaps. Unfortunately, Oshita Per died a few years ago, and so his oldest daughter had to take over as president of the company and also as head brewer. Quite busy. Her
Mhm.
name is Kaori, Oshita Kaori, and she is a very, very busy woman. She goes to lots of events every year. I read that she goes to over 100 different events
Oh, wow. Yeah.
personally, and is representing their beer business. They made malt extract beers until 2002, and the quality was kind of variable for a while, but they got better and better as they went. And the Cowdy was the only brewer for quite a while. Now, of course, they have more. So they underwent quite a bit of growing pains, I think, certainly. Um, and they make a variety of beers that are available in many places throughout the Kansai region, for sure. And one of the best is their WIPA, or when it's
Mhm.
on, is it's one of the best beers in Japan for sure. They have a variety of places where you can drink their beers at the brewery, and also a space called the Warehouse, both up in Mino area. And then they have the Beer Belly Tenma in Tenmabashi area of Osaka, where you can get, it's probably the best place to get the full range of all their beers in Osaka. So they have been quite successful, and they're, I guess, we're what we call one of the legacy breweries, craft beer brewers in Japan. Okay, so that is, and I'll put links to them as well in the description below so you can find out more about them. Now, this beer here today, what is this beer, Alan?
Well, this appears to be, it doesn't actually state, but it's 8.5% alcohol. So I think we can say it's a Imperial IPA
Yeah.
or no, is
Okay.
it similar to their WIPA? We don't know. We're
Oh,
both
we don't know.
curious about that.
Right.
The WIPA is one of our favorites. This
Hmm.
is at least in the same genre. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to this guy.
Right. Yeah, we're not sure exactly. Yeah, WIPA, I think has variable alcohol, sometimes up to 9%, maybe 8% sometimes. This one is 8.5%, as Al said, and 57 international bittering units. And their standard Osaru IPA, Osaru, by the way, is monkey, as Al mentioned, and it's kind of their what do you
Yeah.
call it? Yukata, or no, I guess not Yukata. Their
Their
mascot,
logo or a symbol, yeah.
yeah, is a
Symbol of the
monkey.
company
And
there.
the reason is that they have monkeys up there in Minoh, up in the mountains.
Yeah.
That's kind of famous for having lots of monkeys up in the hills there.
Yeah. A lot of
So,
people go hiking in Minoh, and so you're going to come across monkeys. There's
yeah.
a waterfall there too. Again, you'll see monkeys if you go up there. So,
Mm. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know if they play guitars, but in any case. So we're not sure exactly what the provenance of this beer is and exactly what they're trying to do with it and why it's called Rockin IPA, but this was released on the 28th of July, 2025, and it is an unfiltered beer. Cost 715 yen at the store where I bought it, and that would be $4.87 in US dollar terms, and in euros, 4 euros 16 cents. Let's go over the ingredients real quickly. The hops are Centennial, Cascade, Citra, Simcoe, and Amarillo, kind of like a Hall of Fame of IPA sort of hops.
yeah.
And then dry hopped with Cascade and Centennial. So I don't know about the
Hmm.
malt, but in any case. So, okay, well, enough of antipasto. Shall we get into the
Shall
course?
we? Yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh,
Okay,
woo.
so it is a medium gold, a little bit hazy, could be chill haze.
Hmm.
Carbonation, not very mild carbonation. About a quarter finger of foam, kind of thinning out. Okay, certainly got the piney note going
Yeah, the
on.
dry hops are coming through.
Yeah, I hopped with Cascade and Centennial.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, absolutely. This thing is full of hops,
Yep.
and it does smell a little bit different, I think, from their WIPA. Okay.
Well, kampai,
Kampai, ta-ding,
kampai,
ding.
boink.
Well, that's a that's
It's a West Coast.
a hit of malt and hops there.
Yeah, that's a West Coast IPA.
That's a good point. Maybe is the West Coast is a WIPA West Coast IPA? The
I think so.
W stands for double,
Yeah,
right?
double IPA is what they mean when they say W.
Double, yeah,
Yeah,
double
it's not
U.
intended as West Coast, but
I wonder,
that is a West Coast style. It's
I
been around a
wonder,
long.
but I wonder if it is, if they're trying to create something different from that with this.
I think this probably is different. We'd have to do them side by side, but
We
this
would.
one I think is maybe less hoppy or it's not as bitter.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the West Coast is definitely like more of a hardcore, pine resiny, bitter attack on it.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. I had a WIPA what about a month ago or so, I guess, when
Hmm.
we went to their beer barrel.
Right,
10 months.
right. We went there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that one's rich and full-bodied, and it's really big all around.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one's a little more restrained. I can see maybe for the summer, it's not quite as big of a body.
Hmm.
Still plenty malty, but not quite as big. And I think the hoppiness is toned down a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little more, I don't know if it's more aromatic or not. I'm getting a lot of fruit now.
I mean, what I'm getting is pine, and
I'm getting pineapple, and mango
okay, okay.
in the fruit. It didn't jump out at me at first, but now it's really there.
The hops kind of collide in mid palate, sort of gather into a lump of basic bitterness. So it's like I think I can kind of distinguish some hops in the aroma, but in the flavor, it just kind of boom, lumps together into
Yeah, it's interesting. The hops do kind of dominate, and it's not necessarily all pine domination, but it's the fruit. I would expect the fruit to be a little more forward, but it's there, but it's the hops seem to, at least for the moment, be fighting
Mhm.
it out.
Yeah. I think the WIP is more rounded and more flavorful than this.
I
Just
think so. Yeah.
my
Yeah, this is
offhand, you know, from my
yeah,
recollections.
yeah, I think this is cut back on the malt a bit, and definitely it's less bittering hop, still plenty of hop in it, but less bittering hop. And that makes sense for summer, releasing in summer.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I kind of almost wonder, rocking makes me think of the Fuji Rock Festival, right?
Ah,
It's
yeah.
the season of festivals in
That's right.
Japan for rock festivals,
Summer
outdoor
Sonic, Fuji Rock.
summer
Yeah,
sonic.
there's
Yeah.
several of them. Yeah, it's
So
true.
if you're gonna
Interesting.
have an imperial or double IPA in summer, you can cut back a little bit on some of
Yeah.
the maltiness and so on.
Still
But
8.5%, out in that hot sun. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, I saw a YouTube video of people going to the Fuji Rock Festival, and
Yeah.
it was just man, they were just broiling. It
Yeah. Yeah.
just crazy hot,
I know.
crazy
I've
hot.
watched a few of those too. Yeah. Some of the headliners were Haim and who else? Arctic Monkey. No, Vampire Weekend. Yeah, they were
On
there.
Vampire Weekend, yeah.
Haim, also from LA. Yeah. So yeah, it's quite a thing. It looks interesting, but I don't think I'd like to be out there, you know.
We're Yeah, and we're because I'm watching people in their 20s going to the Fuji Rock Festival. I mean, like foreigners, in pretty damn good physical shape,
Sure.
and they're dying. They're absolutely dying in the heat.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I
no,
know. Well, I've heard that in general
um,
about people visiting Japan in the summer, Japan, especially like Kyoto, has so many tourists, and it is, it's like 100 degrees, close to 100 degrees every single day. And
yeah, I
I'm getting the feeling people
they're
might
actually
say, I hate Japan, you know.
yeah. I can't. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people recommend not coming to Japan in the summer for that very reason. If you did, or you went up north to Hokkaido, you'd probably get,
A
it'd be
little bit.
nicer. But
Yeah, yeah.
still, it is, well, the good thing is there are actually somewhat fewer tourists, at least from the West. I think there's still a lot of tourists though from Asia
During
coming over.
summer,
So
you
there's
mean?
yeah,
During the
summer,
summer.
but
Yeah,
there's somewhat fewer,
I see.
a little less in August. But I mean, my advice is always come in maybe October, November. You're going to get great weather. You might catch a typhoon possibly, but for the most part, you're going to get really pleasant weather.
Yeah. And not
And
surprised.
it doesn't rain that much. It's going to be, it hasn't gotten really cold yet for the most
Right.
part
Hmm.
unless you're in Hokkaido or something. But
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
come
Well,
visit. Yeah.
and if you had this at Fuji Rock Festival, please let us know. Okay.
Yeah.
Alan and I would both like to hear from you. And we hope you will subscribe to the channel. Once again, this is called Minoh Beer Rockin IPA. And it is kind of rockin'. Yeah, for sure. But maybe not as much as their regular double IPA.
Yeah, if you get a chance, compare this. You go to their Tema shop. Yeah, compare this to their WIPA for sure, and maybe the regular Saru IPA, just to see what the differences are.
Yeah, yeah,
that would be fun. Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Al, and thank all of you for watching.
Yeah.
And we hope to hear from you. Hope you will subscribe to the channel. Please do stay healthy and drink good beer. Take care.
Beer.
Bye-bye.
Bye.